And hello, everyone. Welcome back to FPL Frontline Prediction League. FPL League is not the name of it. It's Frontline League over on X. It's Mania season. It's Frontline Prediction League here on YouTube. Like, favorite, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow over us on X. It's WrestleMania season. Stand and Deliver is the stuff you see first, but that's because that's part of WrestleMania. I'm your co-host, Scott, talking all things Mania with my co-host, BeerMe. As always, BeerMe, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Scott. How about yourself?
I don't know why I got loopy there. We were just talking literally consistently for about 30 minutes, and then I fumbled a sentence the moment I clicked record. There was no pause in between. I don't know what happened. I'm good, though. I am good. Tired as all hell, but it's because I'm working hard on stuff. It's Easter also this weekend, so it's a busier work week for me at normal job because there's a day less, and I'm like, finish it all now. So there's that kind of stuff. But also with WrestleMania, with the FPL, we're writing stuff because we got to get Stand Deliver done before Mania, literally. So that's happening, and then we got Mania stuff pre-written because that's only got a week before Rebellion the week after, and it's crazy nuts, but it's fun because it's turning out so awesome. It's really good. And another thing I'll tell you about at the end. So lots of fun stuff there. But bear me, let's dive into this because WrestleMania does start this weekend. Stand and Deliver is this Saturday, April 19th, 1 p.m. We can confirm there is a match on the kickoff. That starts at noon Eastern. So the whole deadline damn near is 11 a.m., I do believe. So get your picks in now. The page is available. I will click on that to show you. Boom. There it is. You can put your picks in right now. They were available as of Tuesday. I do believe all the matches were announced for that in time, so they are all there. As always, your picks go in whatever order you think. So if you think Obafemi is winning, because he's never lost a triple threat match, that's the story they're telling, you put your maximum score on that one. I believe it's a 6. So you put your 6 on that one. You can't use your 6 again. It's already gone. If you're in a stipulation match, like a submission match, that will be your 1, because if you lose your 1 pointer, you tap out. Stipulation and stuff are down in our Discord as well. Like, the links are down below, so you can follow all that stuff along. But this is going to be nuts because Stand and Deliver is 1 p.m. I'll say it again, 1 p.m. If you're watching the Hall of Fame, that starts at like 1 a.m. Friday after midnight, so actually on Saturday. So it's going to be a crazy weekend. This is Dynamite night right now. We're recording this. The podcast is coming back after Mania. This is Dynamite night with crazy stuff happening in the Owen Josh Alexander debut. That's awesome. He's getting that bag. But like CT is currently watching the WWE ID tournament on GCW on Triller. That it's happening here. It's happening now, and it's insanity. Everything is happening all at once. Don't lose track. Get your picks. Put them in. It is there. 1 a.m. Sure, make 1 a.m. the deadline on Saturday. It's 1 p.m. is the show. Noon Eastern kickoff. 11 a.m. deadline. And WrestleMania follows suit. Even though our WrestleMania we consider to be on the 20th, the deadline is the same day as Saturday. And I think it's a 3-hour pre-show with a 7 o'clock start time. So 4 o'clock, which is overlapping even with... The picks page is available right now. You can go right now and put your picks in. It's over here somewhere. There it is. There's articles. You'll see those in a second too. You can put your picks in right now. The page went up live. Keep in mind, there are 7 matches, I believe, on on Saturday, 6 on Sunday. We don't have Randy Orton's match if he has, because it's not announced. That's how we operate. There's no match announced, so we didn't put one on there. If him versus Aldis is announced in 2 days on SmackDown, not included. If something changes with one of the matches, like Liv Morgan's hurt and replaced by somebody, the match is thrown. If it's before the deadline or after, stuff happens. It's a whole thing. It'll make sense once you get into it. But let's dive in, BeerMe, because Stand and Deliver is what starts all this. And yeah, again, this is Wednesday night. We're recording this early just because I'm busy tomorrow, and that's our normal recording day because of Easter, and everything cascaded from there. So Stand and Deliver. Here we go, BeerMe. Let's jump into this. The FPL Global Triad Championship does start... main event the card starts our list here. It is the Roundtable versus FBU versus Diamond Syndicate. And of course, Jackson Myrtle is replacing Static in the Roundtable. Specifically, Hiroshin Moses, Captain Kulix Blackwell, and Jackson Myrtle versus FBU's the GMSG, Bastion, and Broken Nerd versus Diamond Syndicate's RGX, Orstella, and Jonathan Monroe. triple threat match, triple threat rules. So technically no DQ, but there's not stipulation for us, but it is in the write-up, that kind of thing. 3 people at once because that's more fun. Here we go. I know you're pulling for FBU. I am kind of inclined to believe that for the history, but I do like either other team being the one to go in there and make that history. Cap is already the longest reigning European champion, the best one, even surpassing Blake. But RGX or Stella and Jonathan Monroe could go in there and take those triad titles. Lots of history opportunity here. Like we don't add new titles often. We had the initial 3. And then we added the Euro and now this. And, I mean, that might be it. So, time's a wasting for 9 people to get that opportunity. And you're not one of them, BeerMe, because you're not the one part of FBU that is in there. But do you think FBU's got this? Or what? Because it's NXT this time of year, which is historically not FBU's forte.
Yeah,
Like, December to Mania is like your weak spots of NXT especially. It's tag matches too, so you could buck that trend.
I think they'll get it done, okay. But it's honestly for an NXT, it's a wacky show, so we'll see. But I think they can pull through.
It's all right. People watching me literally saw me get distracted. I have a strawberry Fanta, which is very different and quite good. And Miley's barking. Everything's happening right now. If I was betting on, I'd bet FBU. So I think you guys are gonna get those titles. Miley, come downstairs. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's not the only title though. The other house show title is here, the FPL European Grand Prix Championship. Payne defending against Mac and Cheese. And I think we're both kind of like, I like Mac's chances on this. Like it's a bit of a dark horse. He has earned this one. I think Atlas Kiyama is kind of next in line with Rebellion a week later. So that's his rematch, and Mac gets the opportunity here. But I kind of like Mac and Cheese being the dark horse against Payne, who is literally a dark horse, like visually kind of character.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Mac and Cheese for this though. What do you think?
I like Mac and Cheese. Kind of hope he wins, but man, Payne's just really good. He's just always has been. So like he's been pretty steady throughout his entire career. So it's gonna be tough for him and Mac to knock him off. So
wrestling names are amazing.
I'm rooting for Mac.
Wrestling names are amazing that it lets us have a sentence that says, I like Mac and Cheese, but Payne is pretty good. Got to put that hot sauce on, right? Exactly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A little hot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about this, BeerMe? Non-title for both champion, world champion and American champion. Daisy Knoll, the world champ, versus Will Colt, the American champ. Momentum is on the line on this one. I don't bet against Daisy, but Will. I kind of love it. Historically, the world champion does not win these unless their name is James Blake. So, Will Colt has history on his side, but Daisy, that momentum after winning the title back from Halcyon, this could be it.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Daisy.
I'm kind of leaning that way too.
Will could easily upset.
I could easily go like, Will. Like, it's a 50-50 damn near for me, so yeah. How about this one? Lumberjack match. Luke Gray versus Kevin Dynamite. I got Luke.
Oh, man. I always root for Kevin Dynamite. I root for Luke, too. I'm gonna go with Luke.
Okay. I think he's got this one. I think he's got that momentum going in as well. So, not that Kevin doesn't, but I think Luke is going to have his number on that one. How about this? Aiden Nakagi, the winner of the Rumble. As we've said in the Rumble and ever since, he's the first outsider, the first surprise entrant, the first replacement entrant, the first from the single digits as well. Like everybody else, 19 was the earliest. I think he was number 7. Aiden Nakagi is challenging Daisy Knoll for the world title the next night. He's facing James Blake here tonight. Many would say the best FPL world champion we've had. So, and ironically, it came from the Forbidden Door as well. Like, that's the wildness there originally. Akagi versus Blake. I don't bet against Blake. But, if he beats him, he's going to win the world title, right? Like, that's kind of the feeling here.
I normally don't bet against James Blake. But I'm going to bet against James Blake here.
I'm not.
I usually don't, but I'm going to do it here.
Okay.
And, yep.
Next up, it is Detrick Cyrus, James Costner, and Relantando versus Atlas Kiyama, Hunter Williams, and Jason Blades. And you say who you think is going to win, BeerMe, because I have to wipe my dog's mouth because she just drank water, and it is messy. Hi, Miley.
I'm going to go with Costner, Detrick Cyrus, and who else was on their team?
Relantando.
Nintendo. Yep, that's who I'm going to go with.
I'm leaning that way as well. It was announced originally, I think you and Eli were on opposite sides, or at least that was part of the plan, I believe. Things got tweaked from there because of availability with the matches and such. And so I think because I think Monkey Bong is back and he's got Eli. I think that's where that's going. So Costner, Relantando, Detrick, I'm going with that side. No offense, Atlas, Hunter, and Jace, but it reminds me of a thing back in the UFC. Real stuff, I know. Josh Barnett was facing Frank Mir, and commentary was saying like they're both very skilled, they're both veterans of the same era, the same mentality, the same everything. However, Josh Barnett is just a little bit meaner, and he's like, he is a sportsman, but he's like, oh, if you're over in the corner, I'll elbow you because that's legal. That's what I feel like for that team. They're just like a little bit meaner, even though Jason Blades is on the other side, right?
Yeah, but I was gonna say,
like my analogy kind of gets shot in the foot there, but I just feel like that other team, that's just a stronger, violent team setting up. So yeah. How about this one? The Good Guys, Kyer and Jonathan C.T. Martin versus the Light of the Cult, Danny Jordison and Kurt Cult. This is the day before Kurt Cult and Danny face each other at Mania. Remember, because they're literally facing each other at WrestleMania. So
I'm gonna go with the Good Guys.
I think the Light of the Cult's going to upset them, and it shouldn't be an upset. They're not an upset, but I think they got this. Yeah. How about this one? The three-way. We get to do a trios match here after all, but not in the final for the titles. Scott, Red, and Bane. So I'm in this one versus JJ Rocky and the Un-Americans, the Gaffer and Supreme Rock. I've been winning. I have momentum. I'm picking myself. And Red and Bane.
I am too.
I'm confident on this one. So it's NXT though. You never know. NXT gets weird.
Mm-hmm. It does get weird.
How about this? I mentioned Eli versus Monkey Bong. That is happening. Who you got? Eli or Monkey Bong? You're facing Eli the next night, and the other person is Monkey Bong. I don't bet against Monkey Bong.
I don't either. I'm going to go with Bong. Yeah, Monkey Bong.
We do have Camp Popplestone versus Rufus Bear. Yes, Owen versus a bear. That's a Hart family thing. So, yeah.
I'm going to go with the bear. I don't know why.
I got Cam. I'm picking Cam.
Going with the bear.
Yep. This is actually split over two screens here, so hold on. We have the next contendership, really, for the Triad titles. It is Team Hardcore, the Arbiter, Eddie, Chairshot, Wood, and Pushino, versus the Legends, 3J Platinum, Matt Sign, and Rab, versus Monster Mash, El Cid, Memories, and Wookie, versus Team UK, Aiden Mack, Billy Grayson, and Papa Snooch. And I think through all of that, I normally bet on Matt, but it's NXT, so no, I'm not. I think I'm leaning towards Team UK, but I think last time I said Team Hardcore, like the Legends, Monster Mash upset it would be amazing, but yeah, I'm going Team Hardcore myself.
I'm gonna go Team UK, but I really want Team Hardcore to kind of win.
All right. We do have kickoff show matches. I have question marks here, so let's run these through a BeerMe. I think I've got 3 and you've got 2, so I'll do mine first. I'll do yours first, BeerMe. How about that?
All right.
You, BeerMe Jesus, are facing Mark Steele.
Oh.
You've not faced him yet, I believe.
I have not.
First time encounter. I'm betting on you, but you're normally bad this time of year, so let the odds makers be known.
I'm gonna go with myself too, and fair. I hope it's a little prelude of what's gonna happen to Eli. But
oh, there you go.
We'll see. It's gonna be a very good match. I'm not really too confident in this show, so
I'm not at all.
Anything can happen, right?
We got a triple threat and 2 fatal 4s. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah,
And like,
right.
is Ethan Page gonna dethrone Ricky Starks already? The day after or 2 days after he potentially wins the NXT or the TNA title tomorrow night, or no, a week later,
Mm,
Rebellion,
mm-hmm.
maybe. I don't know. Because
Maybe.
sorry, yeah, he doesn't do
Mm.
it on Unbreakable. He does it the week after Rebellion. Uh, uh, what have you got to announce?
I have two matches. I'll do my first one here. I have Mark Harper taking on X.
I'm going with I'm going with X for a bit of an upset because Harper has been more tag. So
This is tough. I'm gonna go with X as well.
how about the flip of that? Sheriff Dog versus Go Right.
Give me the dog in that one.
I'm kind of agreeing on that. Now,
I don't know why I just called him the dog. I mean, Sheriff Dog.
yeah,
You know, the
but
dog.
if I'm correct, X, Go Right, and Mr. Glee are in a triple threat match because they were one of the teams of the Triad tournament, and now they're in a triple threat at Mania. I'm going to keep going because Mr. Glee, his match is
Mhm.
against Jeffrey Warhol. I'll do my two right here back to back. So that's kind of where that triple threat match is. They're kind of all over, but at least two of them are facing the tag champ, so that's interesting there. But Glee and Warhol, I'm kind of leaning towards Warhol on this one because he's
Yeah,
on a
I
bit of
was
a
gonna
war
say the same
path, the
thing.
Warhol war path, as it were. So,
Hmm.
or
Yeah, I
Warhol's
think so too.
Warhol, like Warhol Valhalla. I'm trying, and
Right.
it's not happening. But take any goofy names you want. The Warhol war path, I think, is good. So yeah, what have you got though? You got two. You got one more to announce, right?
Yeah, I have Salem Penn taking on CM Carlito taking on Boonjaw.
I'm kind of looking towards Carlito on that. Just the
Oh,
veteran, but
Salem
like
Penn.
I think Salem Penn was in a similar like match at Mania last time or SummerSlam, like this kind of like the Fatal Four early on kind of thing to see. So could be something there, but I'm leaning towards Carlito on that.
Oh, Salem Penn.
Okay. And that is Stand and Deliver, guys. Get your picks in for that one. Like I said, the picks page is there live. I haven't done mine yet, but it is there already. You can put your picks in now. Get your stuff ready for that one. But let's keep going because we're only partway through. WrestleMania. Dude. Here we go. WrestleMania is the day after for us, but officially, I still have the old logo. God dang it, I forgot that. Are you kidding me? Well, there's the old one. Warhol. Warhol did the song for our last year's one. This year's is Can't Stop Me Now. Joe Spork remix by Oh the Larceny. You'll hear that in our hype video. Yes, I did one. It's coming tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Keep an eye out for that on Thursday. It's my favorite one I've ever done. You'll see. So, the World Championship is being defended. We mentioned this a bunch of times. Daisy Knoll is defending against Aiden Nakagi, the winner of the Royal Rumble. I do believe our Royal Rumble winners are somewhere in like the 50-50 range. So just winning the Rumble doesn't mean you're going to win that. Like Payne lost the first time. It was Mr. Glee and James Blake. Glee got his shot early and didn't win, but Blake did. CJ Hawk before that did not win the Rumble, but did win later to get the title. McKennedy won the Rumble, did not win the title, and I think that's four, because there were two for the 1 year. So like and Detrick Cyrus, right? If I remember correctly, I'm trying to remember it all. We're in the five now. We had two winners 1 year, so that's it's a little fuzzy. Even though I did the Rumble recap video, go check that on our YouTube channel or also. Um, but not all of the winners of the Royal Rumble have won the world title. Not to be like, oh, Aiden won't either, but historically, when WWE is like, oh, it's like a 90% or 80%. Now for us, like a 60. So it's like, it's not a surefire thing. But he has already, in winning the Rumble, done things that have never happened in the past 5 years. So he could do it here again, but it's against Daisy Knoll, who did win her first title with a cash in, but here she reclaimed it without a cash in. So like legit won it, and here we are challenging kind of challenging the threat from the outside, right? I'm leaning towards Daisy on winning this one, but part of me wants Aiden to win it just for that history to keep going. I love stuff like that, and it's a rare opportunity when we get something like that. So that's really cool. So, what's your feeling? Who you got?
I'm gonna pick Aiden.
You're picking Aiden.
Yeah,
Now, is he kill pull a CM Punk and take the belt out elsewhere, or like stay as champ?
Imagine.
Because
I
he
don't know.
did sign on for like an extra show and then ended up doing like 4 extra. Like he's been on damn near every card since he won. So I presume he'd hang around, but
Right.
you never know,
I
right?
kind of hope he does. Yeah, you
Oh
never
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick him to win it.
I think Days is going to retain, keep that stat block being changed up. How about this? The American Championship. Will Colt defending, I think in his first WrestleMania. That's how crazy this is. Co-main event. Defending against Jonathan Monroe and the former long-time original Canadian champion, Ralantando. TLC match. I'm picking Colt, I think, just on that, like, nobody stopped him kind of thing. Um, but Ralantando could absolutely take this and shut them both down, and Monroe could shock the world. Because remember, he did beat, or at least go to a no contest with the world champion in like match 1, so or match 2 or whatever it was that he had. So like he could do this too. But I think Will Colt has this. How about you?
I'm I'm all for shocks, so I'm gonna pick Jonathan Monroe.
Okay,
I
okay.
think he's gonna do it.
How about this? We got Sheriff Dog and Mark Harper, the Call of the Mountains, versus the Kings of the Ring, your boys Bastion and Broken Nerd. Sheriff Dog is the 3-time tag champ. But the Kings could become 3-time tag champs themselves and the first team to win 3 times, because Sheriff and Harper were 2-time champions. Sheriff was also champ with Michael Marsh as the Strays prior. So history still available here, but the Frontline FPL Continental Tag Team Championship is up for grabs. I don't normally bet against Bastion or Broken Nerd, so I am leaning towards them, but it's not going to be easy, and I can see Sheriff and Harper shutting them down. I could see it, but you've got history, FBU, of claiming the tag titles at Mania, so this could
Yeah,
happen.
that's true. I'm gonna pick FPU, but it's not gonna be easy.
No, not at all. That's a pick 'em if there ever was for odds makers, I think. So yeah, this should be very very interesting. Speaking of FBU, the GMSG is defending the FPL Cleveland Championship in Varga Rules. Yes, it's the Canadian title. It's Watson Rules against Eddie Chairshot Wood. Now, you talk about shock the world and upsets. That's Eddie. Eddie could absolutely do this. For GMSG to survive like this multi-man stuff and the craziness around the Rumble and Chamber, only to lose in just a straight up one-on-one here at Mania, a big card. It could happen, but I don't bet against GMSG, so I'm picking him. Who have you got?
I'm gonna go with GMSG,
I think that makes
but
sense.
I mean, it's not gonna be easy.
No.
I think Eddie's pretty good, so we'll see.
How about this one? Jason Blades versus Kyer in an exploding ring death match.
I love that.
The graphics awesome too with the explosions that CT put on it. Jace. I normally pick Kyer,
Yeah,
and normally Jace, like I pick him and he doesn't win these, but I think he's gonna. That's why I'm like, he's got
Jace,
this.
Jace
Like
usually likes
it's
the
happening.
hardcore. Yeah, I think he's gonna win.
That's my thought too. How about this? The student versus the teacher. Billy Grayson versus RGX.
Oh man, I'm
Kind
gonna
of
pick
leaning.
RGX.
I'm kind of leaning Billy. I was gonna say I'm kind of leaning Billy, but RGX could absolutely just cut him at the knees, right? Just
Mm.
I like it a lot though. It's a good match. This one's fun. This one, JJ Rocky versus Redhead 12. I got my girl. I'm picking her. But the whole reason for this match came from one of our my looking at our own WrestleMania stats when thinking of video ideas. And I was going to do the hype video with like by the numbers for Mania. Didn't do it, not this year at least. Might do it for next time. Still a Rumble thing, but JJ and Red are the two only people that have been at the 4 prior Manias and won. Like anybody
So what you're
else,
saying is somebody's O has got to go.
yes, exactly. I say that line in the hype video. There's lots of people that have been in all 4, but they're like 3-1, 2-2, or like I think someone is like 2-0-1. Like there's a draw or something in there too, right? So, or no contest. There's 1 or 2. Nobody else is 4-0. Others are undefeated. There's a couple 3-0s and 2 and some 1-0s, obviously, and 2-0s, but nobody else is 4-0. Only these 2 are 4-0. Even if they go to a draw, they are not going to be 5-0. So only one person can become 5-0 with this, which to me can be reason enough to make a match. Like, if we've got Undertaker doing a streak after 10, when you talk about the real life idea of prediction leagues, like, we didn't pick these people to win this. And yet here we are. And we did call back to the 2022 Royal Rumble where he threw her into the front row or on commentary table. Like, there's history that we just have by doing this for so long. Someone's 4-0 and someone's going to be 4-1 and someone's going to be 5-0, or both become 4-0-1. Like, it's a lot at stake that cannot be replicated unless we literally cheat the system to have somebody win 5 years in a row. Like, that's not happening. So I love stuff like that. Like, it's like you can't undo that. So yeah, I got red. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with JJ Rocky.
I had a feeling. How about this one? Cam Popplestone. You did pick against him. You picked the bear. Cam Popplestone versus Halcyon. Now Cam.
Oh man,
it's a good match. Cam was like this close to the world title a couple times there, and like amazing run as Canadian champion. Beat me a couple times. I know this. Halcyon, this close to being the world champion tonight against Aiden, or I say tonight in this night. But because of that, is here. This would have been Cam versus Daisy, presumably. Otherwise, right? Like had it fallen through. But it's Cam versus Halcyon. Yeah, this is like an informal number one contender match, really, right? Like, you got to think. Like, it's not built that way, but winning over the other, it's like, all right, well, that narrows it down. Who's better? Are you two? Cool, you're on the way over. So I like Cam on that. I think Cam, I don't want to say he's hungrier, but I kind of feel it. Like, Halcyon had it and wants it back. Like, just had it. But Cam is seeing all this there. I think he's laser focused and he's guns blazing. So I think Cam's got that.
It feels like it is Cam's time. But
he had that mid-card run. He had everything going into it, right? So, yeah.
I know. I just always pick. I'm like, just going to stick with Halcyon.
Will Colt will be doing the same once he drops the American title, whenever that happens.
Oh, yeah.
You know he's going for the world. Like, I love the divisions right now. They're really, really strong for that. So, yeah. So, you got Halcyon, though, you think?
Yep. I'm going to stick with Halcyon.
How about this one? First Blood Death Match. Captain Krulik's Blackwell, the greatest European champion we've had, versus James Blake, the greatest world champion we've had. I love you, Cap, but I got Blake. I don't bet against him.
This is like Cap's like big. This is like the big shot. Yeah. Like if you beat James Blake, it's like
James Blake was the world champion 2 years in a row at WrestleMania because he won it. He was European champion and won the Rumble and went in to challenge. I honestly forget who it was. Forgive me. Was it JD? Josh Yonio? I forget.
I'm sure.
I honestly forget. It's, again, 5 years of history now. But he won. And he had two belts. And he defended Stand Deliver and everything. And
I think it was Payne, actually.
It might have been Payne. Yeah. But he was the world champion there. He went in last year to Stand and Deliver, like, as he lost it and reclaimed it. Went to Stand and Deliver, got cashed in on by Mark Harper, and Harper went the next night to defend against the Rumble winner Alexander McKennedy and Blake won it again. So Blake challenged 2 years in a row in the WrestleMania main event and won the world title, and he's not here. He's got Cap in a First Blood Death Match. Cap's in trouble, but also Cap can handle it. I think this is awesome. This match is so good.
Man, I usually don't bet against James Blake, and I already did.
But what you were saying though, like, this is like, if Cap wins this is like this is next level stuff, right?
It puts him up there now, because like
he's looking a little cold. It's also it's First Blood, it's death match, it's stipulation, so this could have American title implications as well.
Give me Cap.
Yeah, Cap. Okay. How about this? 1-on-1, Detrick Cyrus versus Hunter Williams. No stipulation. Nothing crazy on top. Just a very, very competitive matchup. La Familia.
Oh, man, it is. I'm gonna.
Former champions. Alpha Dog.
Yeah. Man.
I got Hunter. No, I want Detrick. My brain says Detrick, which is why I said no, Hunter. I literally went, nope, Hunter. Hunter's got this. No. Hunter's going to take it. I got a gut feeling. Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay. How about this one? Tornado tag team match. So hardcore, no tags. Hell's Kitchen, Lucifer, and Mac and Cheese,
Mm-hmm.
who could be European champion when we get to this, versus the Reaction, CT, and Luke Gray. I love the idea of Hell's Kitchen winning this one. It's a big major match, but I think CT is tired of not winning the tag titles, and he wants to, and this is going to make it happen. And plus the promo stuff lately about the European title stuff, I think CT's like he's tired of sliding. And I mean that in the best way. He's like, enough is enough. It's one of those kind of moments.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've got it. How about you?
I'm gonna.
You want Hell's Kitchen though, right? Like this is like, as much as I love this, the
Hell's
opponent
Kitchen.
is the goose. I'm like, but it's the goose. And like it's one of those, right? Not the knock Hell's Kitchen, but like I want that team like, yes, get there, get there. They're like Light of the Cult. Get there, come on. So yeah.
Yeah.
We do have North American Clash qualifiers, BeerMe. That again is a tournament where one side is all American style, so the hardcore style matches, hardcore and then deathmatch, I think, for the second round. The other side is Canadian, so Watson rules, or it's going to be Varga rules. Goddamn GMSG. For those. And then the finals, a one-on-one match, and the winner gets to pick if they want to challenge for the Canadian or the American at SummerSlam, generally. I don't know if that's still the case this year, but that normally is how it goes. This is the qualifier, so we got a triple threat. Go Right versus Mr. Glee versus X. I mentioned that before. There's some crossover with them against some of the tag champions, but they were also a trios team in the tournament. So I kind of like Go Right. I never pick him. That's why I'm picking him for this one, BeerMe. But who you got? Go Right, Mr. Glee, or X to qualify for the tournament?
Mr. Glee.
Mr. Glee? Okay. How about this one? Me, Scott, versus James Costner versus Atlas Kiyama in a big triple threat match. I'm confident. I've only lost twice at Mania. I am picking myself. But it's James Costner, who I've beaten a fair bit, but he does normally kick my ass pretty good. And Atlas, I beat him, but here we are rematching. So, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Alice.
You think Costner, I cancel her out, he takes the win? Roderick Strong style?
Yes.
Yep.
Right. That would be dope.
I had a feeling. Got another qualifier. Or no, sorry, we got a Falls Gun Anywhere match. The Arbiter versus Hiro Shin Moses. I like Arbiter on that one because I faced him in a Falls Gun Anywhere. I kind of like his odds.
I'm gonna go with him as well. Yeah.
Any reason aside from your history with him?
Nope, that's about it. He's been doing kind of good lately, so gonna give it to him.
All right, Barry. Here's a match that's going to make you cry. Danny Jordison versus Kurt Colt. The Light versus the Cult.
Kurt's never beat him.
Does that mean Danny wins now? That's how you'd book it. Or
I mean, Kurt hasn't beat him, so I gotta. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go with Kurt.
I'm kind of leaning that way too.
I think it's this time to maybe get the dib.
Okay. How about Payne versus Orstella?
Ooh.
This has, I believe it's Diamond Syndicate issues going through history here. So I do kind of like Orstella's chances on this one. I normally pick Payne, but I'm leaning towards Orstella right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Like, I could waffle on that coming up. But.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Orstella as well.
Okay. Bearme, how confident are you? You, Bearme Jesus, versus Eli.
Yes.
I'm picking you.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't. It's not because it's Eli. I'm picking you because I always pick you generally. So.
I for Mania I feel pretty good about most matches, so I'm gonna pick myself. But you never know. You never know.
Yep. Anything
Eli
happen.
could.
The grandest stage.
Yeah,
of them all.
he could. Yeah, he could shock.
How about this one? Aiden Mack versus Kevin Dynamite. Kevin was number one in the Rumble, went over an hour.
Man.
Aiden Mack went a long way in there as well.
I know, I like both these guys.
Aiden Mack, like his European Championship reign, felt like it got cut short. Like there was more to go, but he can easily get back in there or just go up. I'm leaning towards Aiden based on that, but this is the perfect match for Kevin to really show off on. So
I think I was originally going to go with Kevin, but I think I'm going to pick Aiden.
okay. We have more North American Clash qualifiers. 3J Platinum versus Rab versus Jeffrey Warhol. Rab and Platinum are kind of like, I think that's in the story. They're kind of like the veterans here and there, and Warhol's like, fuck you guys. So,
give me Warhol.
I'm picking Rab, the Matt Zion strategy. I'm picking Rab.
Hey, you never know.
Yep.
He's been doing pretty good lately. He just scored like really high on AEW.
And it's a big card too. So yeah.
And it's a big card. So yeah.
How about this?
Yeah.
Sin City Street Fight, which is also a North American Clash qualifier. So the Un-Americans versus Jackson Myrtle and Mark Steele. The winning team both advance into spots in the tournament. So it's not like they're a team in the tournament, but they both earn their way in.
Oh man, I really don't usually bet against Jackson Myrtle either. I don't know why. I kind of like that. Yeah,
I'm kind of liking that chance. Yeah.
Oh man, give me the Un-Americans in an upset.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
Mania. Anything can happen.
Sin City Street Fight, so I could see it.
Yeah.
There is the Bragging Rights Battle Royal. There's a bear on it. You're probably going to pick that, right? So,
Well, Broken Nerd's in it.
Broken Nerds, that's true. Broken Nerds, he barely snuck
But
in
if not, if there's a bear in it, well, if
there is a bear in it, I'm picking Daisy, though. The world champ.
Oh, I mean, that's that's a pretty good pick.
I don't bet against that.
Definitely
If Basham
is.
was in, I'd pick him twice. So, there you go.
Oh, well.
Now,
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time he's done that.
exactly. On the kickoff, we do have more qualifiers. We have Boonjaw versus Pushino. I'm leaning Pushino on that one. How about you?
Yeah.
We also have Papa Snooch versus Memories.
Memories.
We have Bane the Bissa versus El Cid. These are all qualifiers, by the way.
Bane.
We have Matt Zion. I'm picking him versus Wookie. It's hard not to pick him.
Wookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Wookie.
And then on the kickoff, this is the opening match. It is Sam Carlito versus Junction versus Jut Jut versus Rufus Bear. And I think I know who you're going to pick.
The bear. Rufus Bear.
The picture's awesome. It's Macho Man, Sami Zayn, All Happy, Shawn Michaels, and a bear. It's amazing. So that picks page is up live right now, guys. Go put your picks in for that also. As I scroll down, Rebellion is literally the week after. It is Sunday, at least thank God, not Saturday, but Sunday, April 27th. I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, Unbreakables tomorrow night. There's TNA stuff happening all over. TNA show itself. Bloodsport is going to be awesome. There's so much happening. Get your picks in for that. But don't think we're stopping there. We have articles written by CT breaking down every match on the card. So, like, you want to know stuff about Boonjaw Pushino, singles record, Papa Snooch and Memories. Every match has stuff in here. And then part one of the main card, is also up with breakdowns. Like I mentioned, how Rab and Platinum have to work on Warhol not liking them being around and stuff. And then BeerMe and Eli, how Eli's like, you're my hero, and all this stuff. And then over here with the part 3 is here all the way up through to Camp Hobson and Halcyon. And then, of course, part 4 will be tomorrow or even later tonight, I believe, with the last of it in the main event. And then, as I've mentioned, you will also get to see the hype video, which is about 10 minutes long, running down the card as well. Full thanks to CT, because the graphics are by him, and you'll know it when you see it. I did the voiceover and editing, obviously, but he did the graphics, and this stuff, like, I got some story beats out of here for, like, concise stuff for that, too. So CT did a hell of a lot of work on that to help me out for it. It's a lot of fun. I hope you check that out as well. I've talked a lot. BeerMe, you've talked a lot. Anything else you want to say to people before WrestleMania this weekend? And Stand Deliver.
Just good luck, and everybody get your picks in.
Get your picks in, guys. You don't want to be late. If you're late, it's -5. 15-minute buffer, but it's going to be crazy. Please, like, also be mindful, because there's going to be overlap on Stand Deliver and WrestleMania. People have the WrestleMania picks in right now. That's cool. Thumbs up. SmackDown's not till Friday night. I understand you wanting to wait till then also. Like, keep that all in mind, but the deadlines are 10 a.m., 11 a.m., I think, actually. I'll say 10 a.m., that way it's safe. 10 a.m., 11 a.m., it's an hour before the pre-show. It's a 1 o'clock, noon, 11 a.m., there it is, for Stand and Deliver. And then, like 7, this is 4, so 3 p.m. Eastern for WrestleMania, both on Saturday. Your deadline is Saturday for both of them. Keep that in mind. So, leave it at that, BeerMe. Let's wrap this up. This is Frontline Prediction League, Frontline League over on X, Frontline Prediction League on YouTube. Like, favorite, subscribe. Do check out Top of the Card Pod on X as well. Top of the Card Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. It's a lot of fun. It is a bit of a delay because we literally had nothing to talk about. And I know it sounds silly, but there was like, is Chris Jericho a ratings thing for ROH? We had nothing specific. There's a lot now, obviously, because New Japan had like 3 people leave, and there's a whole bunch of other crazy stuff and some rumors and then Mania. So that's coming next week. You can get caught up on all that stuff otherwise leading up to that. Take a look at that one. Read the articles, read the stuff, check out the picks page. Join us in voice chat tomorrow night for Bloodsport, all that crazy stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll call it there. Thanks again, everybody. It's Mania season. Let's do this. Have a good night.